our attention has been drawn to the unending stream of clamor in the Kenyan media about the proceedings in this case.
The message from the International Criminal Court presiding judge Chile Eboe Osuji on Friday was crisp and clear. A stiff warning to politicians to stop intimidating the court during the so-called prayer rallies.
We are not impressed, not in the least. We'll leave it at that for now and hope that people will leave this case alone and let the judges and the lawyers in the case do their work.
3 days later, and the Jubilee Brigade was in Suswa, Narok County. Judge Eboe Osuji's warning would spark an angry response from Jubilee leaders who see it as an attempt to muzzle free expression on the case facing Deputy President William Ruto and radio journalist Joshua Arapsang.
Na tunamwambia Osuji, you cannot intimidate the Kenyan people and its leadership. Na tunamwambia achukue mfano ya Willy Mutunga, President na Chief Justice. Kila siku anakosewa. Wewe tisha wale watu wengine. Sisi atubanduki.
We are not here to direct the ICC what it should do. We are here to pray for our people and to expose the inconsistencies and the injustice that is going on with regard to the case against William Ruto and Joshua Arapsang.
A resounding defiance by a coalition that is on the offensive to save Ruto from the jaws of ICC, the sixth prayer rally today would see Kigoma Member of Parliament Jamlik Kamau read a strongly worded statement by the leaders, a departure from past such gatherings.
The statement by the trial chamber attempting to lecture, intimidate, cajole and gag Kenyans and their leaders in the mistaken hope that they will subdue them into silence is unfortunate, unlawful, and a gross violation of the basic values of the Rome Statute and fundamental principles of international law.
The leaders angry that the judge's warning was issued without consulting any of the interested parties. Of particular concern to Jubilee is the court's decision to admit testimonies of 5 witnesses who had recanted their evidence, a contentious issue that has seen the African Union allowed to join defense teams of Ruto and Sang in their appeal against the decision.
We want the ICC to understand that respect is earned when the court violates basic tenets of international law and its own statute by orchestrating the introduction of rules midway through a trial, then goes ahead to enforce them retrospectively. How do they expect any respect?
They argued the court has been running in an opaque manner as well as with impunity, the leaders vowing to continue with the rallies.
We shall continue to speak and continue in prayer. This we will defend with all our might.
Actually, the ICC, instead of administering justice, it is dispensing injustice. There is no court in the world, let alone court of international standard, where the judge is the applicant, where the judge accuses the case, and where the judge decides the case. The question I want to ask Osuji, particularly being a common law judge, is who made the application in regard to Kenyan leaders and Kenyan people discussing the ICC case? Nchi ya Kenya imeungana kuwa kitu kimoja na hii maneno ya ICC kamwe hatoyataki.
Claims that Ruto was fixed by individuals who procured false witnesses would also take center stage.
Na hapa Kenya pia tunajua watu wenye walisukuma hiyo kesi. Kwa sababu ya maombi wengi wamejitokezea. Kama hawa watu wanatoka wanasema ile ushahidi walipatiana ni uongo, wewe kama ICC judge kwa nini usisikie hiyo?
Gatundu South Member of Parliament Moses Kuria, who sparked the debate with revelations that he bribed witnesses, has already recorded statements with investigators from prosecutor Fatu Bensouda's office.
The hunter has now become the hunted, and the leaders here now want the Assembly of State Parties to investigate the International Criminal Court over its decision, even as we await and see whether Justice Eboe Osuji will respond to the open defiance by the Jubilee leaders.
Elsewhere, human rights activist Ken Wafula, who has been a strong proponent of the ICC route, has now changed tune. Wafula now asking that the case be dropped on the grounds that witnesses have been discredited. Alex Kubasu, Sunday Live.